is asking, is it over for Bitcoin right now? Bitcoin was just crashing down, actually reached levels of 22,500 US dollars. And people are asking, after breaching breaking below my worst case scenario, breaking down to the 200 week moving average, if we are going even lower, I have an answer for that. I have some news for you which are more devastating than I would have ever believed. However, I have some good news for you as well. I will talk about Celsius, I will talk about Binance, I will talk about Terra Luna and all of these things which are causing the price to dump. I will talk about potential liquidation levels of Microstrategy, Michael Saylor holding billions of US dollars in Bitcoin. Are they going to be forced to be liquidating their Bitcoin? Is Celsius going to be forced to liquidate their Bitcoin? And much, much more. I will talk about that today. Thank you so much for joining. I will, of course, go into the charts and show you one indicator which just flashed like an hour ago, which every single time we were hitting it, it gave us a perfect prediction for the next 4 years to come. I will talk about all of that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. The people are jumping onto this live stream like crazy right now. I can see more and more people joining. Please smash up the like button. I see so many people posting game over, it's over, buy toilet paper, it's Bitcoin is done. This makes me more bullish, but let's talk about that, guys. I truly appreciate every single one of you, every single one. And if you feel some anger, some pain, some devastation, it's completely normal, guys. This has to happen every 4 years. And yes, I didn't predict it to go that low, but of course we all know it has to happen eventually. And this feeling we are feeling right now, this feeling of sadness or disappointment about Bitcoin or the Bitcoin price, that's absolutely necessary. The weekends have to be shaken out. We are strong hands, guys. We will talk about that. So join in that live stream. If we are hitting 500 likes, I will start with the content, and that's just in a second. We are almost there. I have some crazy news to share with you. Of course, we all already know, I'm not gonna bore you with that, what happened with Terra Luna, right? I have some news about Celsius, some you maybe heard about, some you did not hear about, because that's some insider news, some crazy news about Celsius, and I bet with you, you did not hear about them as well. I will talk about that. Of course, we had some Binance news breaking as well, and some Elon Musk news. So this video is jam-packed. That's why I'm going live here, because I want to address every single one of them. And if you have questions, I want to address them as well. First of all, we have 3,000 people joining within 2 minutes. That is absolutely record-breaking. What I want to ask you before I'm jumping right now straight into the content, into the Bitcoin content, into the charts, I have everything prepared for you. Before we are doing that, please, guys, I want to ask you for one favor. I don't want your email address. I don't want this. I don't want that. What I want is one like, if you feel comfortable with it, one comment, and please, the most beneficial, the most supporting for this channel is for free for you. So go down below, share this video on WhatsApp, Telegram, wherever you feel comfortable with. I will truly appreciate that. Sharing is caring, and sharing really helps the YouTube algorithm to understand that this video has to be carried out into the world. Now let's talk about the Bitcoin price. And before I go into the charts are insane. It's like beautiful. It's like an art piece of chart I want to show you today. I want to talk about the news. So many of you heard about Celsius network. They were actually halting during the night withdrawals, and we have now a chain reaction of events, of things which lead big companies to liquidate their Bitcoin because of margin calls, because of whatever problems there might be coming. And the more they are liquidating, the lower the Bitcoin price goes, and the more other companies are getting forced to liquidate, or the more other companies with weak business models like Luna, for example, like business models which are not perfect. For example, with Luna, with the algorithmically backed stablecoin, when the price is going lower and lower, it goes lower than the UST market cap, and then the whole business model crumbles, right? We see more of this coming, and the question is, when is this going to end, and when is this trickling down chain reaction of events going to stop pressing the Bitcoin price lower? And now we have Celsius network, and I have one insider news which I want to share with you. Not only that they were halting the Bitcoin withdrawals, which is of course terrible. Imagine you have a big position over on, or like a big loan over on Celsius, and you can't withdraw your Bitcoin. Of course that triggers panic. But more importantly, I saw one news, actually someone told me, that there is one position open on MakerDAO, 284 million US dollars. This one is labeled, and guys, this is rumors, but please check it yourself. This is not official yet, but soon it might be official. You heard it here first, but I want to tell you it's rumors right now. 284 million US dollars, as far as I'm concerned, in open position on MakerDAO, which gets triggered for liquidation when the price of Bitcoin reaches 22,500 US dollars. We reached 22,531 US dollars at the point of recording. If the Bitcoin price goes below 22,500 US dollars, in accordance to that rumors which were brought to me, Celsius Network, once again it's rumors, would be forced to liquidate their position market. So of course 280 million US dollars market sold in the, on the Bitcoin price would be having a tremendous effect in a market situation like this where we are already dumping down. This, dear ladies and gentlemen, very bad news, very bearish news. I have more to share with you. So you had Binance, of course, and don't worry, I will leave you on a bullish note, guys. As always, we had Binance news. Binance halting withdrawals, Bitcoin withdrawals due to a frozen or stuck transaction or something like that for multiple hours. Now you can withdraw your Bitcoin again. So I was very, very confident that there's not more to it. But of course, in a market situation like this, it's not the best timing, right? When you see like you can't withdraw your Bitcoin on Binance, you can't withdraw them on Celsius. We had Terra Luna. Then you think about Mt. Gox. Then you think about BitConnect. I mean, always during these bear cycles, we have these huge black swan events. And now, of course, we are having headlines breaking everywhere. Microstrategy has to liquidate their Bitcoin when Bitcoin goes to 21,000 US dollars, margin call. So this is, of course, terrible, horrifying news, but I have a good note on that as well. So imagine Microstrategy, Michael Saylor holding billions of US dollars. Bitcoin goes to 21,000 US dollars. And now if you just listen to all these newspapers saying, well, they will be liquidated, it sounds like Bitcoin is going to zero, because obviously it would go to zero if they had to liquidate all their position. But now think about one thing. Most of their position is actually not behind the margin call. They actually put more equity in and so on. So actually just a small position would be margin called at 21,000. So most of their holdings are not. They can pump in more and more Bitcoin, so their liquidation price goes to wherever, 6, 5, 6, 7,000 US dollars. So this is something I can tell you, there is no risk of liquidation or very low risk of liquidation for MicroStrategy. So whatever you see on these headlines, don't believe it too much. Celsius is a real threat, however, and this news, this insider news I got brought to me with 284 million US dollars, more or less, on MakerDAO, which is going to be forced for liquidation at 22,500. This is a rumor which I want to put more belief behind, right? But of course, could be also BS. We didn't have the best relationship in between Celsius Network and MMCrypto. Whoever is following us for 4 years knows why. I made a video about Celsius Network 4 years ago, and since then we were not the best friends. But honestly, the last 4 years I was like, respect. I mean, they really built a big business and made much more than I ever expected. So let's wait and see what's happening here, right? Now let's talk about the Bitcoin price. And actually, let me go back here. By the way, I am here on I'm here on a boat of a friend. He told me I can do my live video here. Really beautiful. Shout out to Johannes. Let me go into the chart. So this is something I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about what is happening in Bitcoin here. So this is the weekly candles. I know it's not the best now to do it on a small screen like this, but this is something I talked about before. And yes, I am aware of the fact that my prediction of my worst case scenario, that Bitcoin's weekly candle will hold the 28,800, was incorrect. I was wrong on this prediction, but I also made a video 2 weeks ago. Guys, I'm not too proud. If I'm wrong, I want to still provide you with what's going to happen afterwards. You can go on my Twitter and on my YouTube. And I said, the moment Bitcoin breaks on the weekly close, 28,800, This is what's gonna happen, and I will tell you right now again. And I was posting yesterday, 2 or 3 minutes before the weekly close. Check at MMCrypto on Twitter. I was posting, we are closing below. This is very bad. This will trigger one last capitulation, and it is happening right now. And I wanna show you why I think. Just look at it. So we are on the weekly candles here, right? This is the weekly candles for Bitcoin. The green line is the 200-week moving average. The red line is the 50-week moving average. Every single time the Bitcoin price breaks the 50, the next stop is 200. I said this in a video. I didn't want to believe it. I was still sticking to my prediction, but I told you, if I'm wrong, then a very high historical confidence we have that once we are breaking the red line, once we are breaking the 200-week moving average, the next stop should be at 50-week, the next stop should be the 200-week moving average. I said that a few times because if you go back in time, you can see this is what happened every single time. Let me show you. Right here, we broke it, we went down. Boom. Right there in 2018, we broke it. We went down to 3,150. And this actually happens every single time in every single bear market. Once we are breaking the 50 period moving average on the weekly, we go down to the 200 period moving average. Sounds terrifying. It was terrifying. But now we are there. I mean, we are almost there, right? There can be another dump. But look at this. This is a, let me focus the camera. Come on. This is a perfect kiss. Do you see this perfect kiss? The Bitcoin price perfectly kissing the green line. This is, of course, a good thing already because we see, at least so far, Bitcoin is holding this like line in the sand of 22,500 US dollars approximately. However, we should not forget it's Monday and it's the weekly candles. So I want to make another statement now. And once again, I can be wrong. I was much more often right than wrong in the past. But in the immediate past, I was more often wrong than right. Right? This happens sometimes. I mean, we are all humans and we are not perfect. And I'm not perfect as well. Everyone knows that. God knows that. However, what I think is this week will mark the bottom. I think this week will mark the bottom for Bitcoin. I'm not saying this is exactly the bottom. What this means is we can wick down even to 22, 21, 20,000 US dollars. But I'm predicting a wick and a bounce to happen within that week. And I'm predicting the weekly candle close to be higher than 22,500. Why? Because this is what happened throughout the last, okay, this is a Coinbase chart. If you go on the index chart, within the last 11 years, this is what happened for Bitcoin. Every single time. So if you are saying now we will get a weekly candle close below 22,500, you are basically saying Bitcoin will this time, you are going into this video and let me go into the front so you have a little bit of sunlight. I want to share with you my trading strategy because cards on the table, I'm always honest with you. I had this one long trade, which I was speculating on. 28,800 is the weekly close for Bitcoin. Of course, after the trade is always before the trade. And now that this trade got stopped out, I did not get liquidated. You see in yesterday's video, I put a stop loss. Watch yesterday's video, you see when I showed the trade, there's a stop loss. I got stopped out on that trade. Fine. I got stopped out in a loss. Also fine. This is always calculated in. I'm already planning the next trade for Bitcoin. And I want to open it on the 22-week moving average. And then when we wick below the 22-week moving average, I want to open the next one. And I'm very confident, at least based upon a 12 years historical confidence level, that this trade has a high likelihood of success. If you zoom out, and now think about this, guys, some thought experiment. 1 year ago, when Bitcoin was at 64, 69,000 US dollars, you zoomed out on the weekly chart and someone told you, look at this, always when we hit the 200-week moving average. Wow, if I would have just longed there, if I would have just bought Bitcoin there. And you thought, oh, if I just get this chance one more time. Wow, it's so easy. You see it in the chart every single time we go down. We kiss the 200-week moving average. It's going up afterwards. It's so easy. I would buy it. Now we are there and I look into the comments. I can see people who are saying we are going lower, we are going lower. You are probably the exact same people, no offense, who said 1 year ago, wow, this would be a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Did you forget within the last 365 days, dear ladies and gentlemen? Please. This is exactly what we've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for. So now we are at this level and I'm getting ready for the next trade. Yes, I got slapped with the last one, but this is what winners do. They stand up, they learn, okay, I made a mistake, I was wrong on that. What's the learning? Okay, this and that. What's the new scenario? What's the new facts? Okay, that is the new facts and I'm acting upon them. So now we are at the 200-week moving average. I lost the last trade. Well, fine. Not gonna revenge trade. I'm gonna stay level-headed and I'm gonna make a limit order exactly at the next area of confidence, and that is the 200-week moving average. This is the moment I've been waiting for, and this is the moment every single one was waiting for just a year ago. If you zoomed out, the 200-week was the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now that we are there, everyone thinks it can go lower. Fine. Think what you want. But this is exactly what we've been waiting for. Someone is saying it's never a bad time to buy Bitcoin. This is absolutely correct. Even if you bought Bitcoin at 69,000 US dollars, you would not be considered a fool. You would be considered smart if you bought at the right reason. Because you exited something which is printed 24/7 and you bought something which is absolutely hard, where you have a guaranteed share of the total supply. There is no guaranteed share of the total supply, not even for Bitcoin, because not even for gold, because there can always be more gold mined. More gold can be mined. Bitcoin is the only certainty in a huge red sea of uncertainty in this bear market. So I want to answer a few questions before I go back into the content, before I go back into what's most important, and that's of course right now for Bitcoiners, the Bitcoin price action. I wanted to make a quick shout out actually. In my video description down below, you will find, it's not the right numbers, but it's the correct links. On Bybit, you get a 4,100 US dollar bonus. On Femex, the bonus is 5,000 US dollars, 4,500 plus 500. I just got told this is the highest bonus on YouTube with my link down below. Make sure you go down below. If you're an experienced trader, you can claim these bonuses and you can trade with the free bonus after using my link and making your initial deposit, open a position on that and withdraw the profits from that as well. However, be careful. If you are not an experienced trader and you are just blindly open a market trade right now, highest likelihood you are going to lose. Highest likelihood. If you are experienced, if you know what you are doing, you stay level-headed, you can use this bonus for your advantage and you can trade with it and withdraw the profits from that as well. In the video description, not in the pinned comment right now, in the video description, make sure you take advantage of that. Thanks for all the likes, you guys. It is beautiful. Can we get some questions? He said gold isn't infinite. On Earth, gold is not infinite. That's true. But in space, you don't know the maximum supply. It's potentially infinite. It's for sure much higher than on Earth, right? That is the thing. It's uncertain. Real scarcity only exists in a digital world, right? In a decentralized digital world. Maybe somewhere else, but then it's not discovered yet. You could even say you can bend time, right? So let me show me what's going on. Leverage platform is yeah, that is true. That is true. Many people are losing money. If you are an unexperienced trader, you can lose your money. Are you buying VPAT? Yeah, I actually bought a lot of VPAT with my own money, but at much higher prices, to be honest, at much higher prices. But I'm a believer, of course, and I would do that every single time again. And yeah, I think I'm gonna scoop up some. I'm gonna scoop up. There is a good time actually to buy altcoins in a bear market, right? Dead cat bounce. That is the question. I mean, dead cat bounce, if this is a dead cat bounce, that would mean that for the very first time in Bitcoin history, we will go lower than the 200-week moving average. Do you think this is gonna be the case? It's possible, but it's not likely. We can go lower. I mean, it's about the weekly close. We can wick below 20,000. That would also be the first time in the history. I can see Deed C, the lovely MMCrypto member, says the Celsius liquidation price is 18,400. So my rumor sources said 21,000. Maybe it's 18,400, and then high chances for them not to get liquidated. Congratulations. So yeah, thank you for correcting. That is good to know. This guy is awesome. I mean, C knows everything. He's amazing. Best guy ever. Any chance Ethereum USDT can go down to $500? So now let's make some calculation. What was the high on Ethereum? 4,000 something, right? $500 is like a 90% decline, almost 90% decline, 80 something. It is possible. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's very possible. So the last time Ethereum went to $1,300 and dumped all the way down to $80. So there we talked about a more than a 90% decline. So if we get even a lower decline percentage-wise for Ethereum than in 2018, then prices then lower than $500 would be even possible. But what happened after the dump? $1,300, $800, $4,500, right? So don't worry about it. Don't sell your Ethereum right now to buy more later. That is a foolish thing to do. Just hold your Ethereum, sit it out 1 or 2 months, or 3 months, or 4 months, and enjoy the rise towards the upside. That's the only way, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum, that you are not, for a certainty, not gonna be standing on the sidelines when the next big moonshot comes. That's what I'm doing, that's what Saylor is doing, what Elon Musk is doing. You wanna do the same, what I'm doing, Saylor or Elon Musk, and hodl? Or you wanna go out and speculate everything and have the highest chances of standing on the sidelines because you thought you're gonna be smarter than the market? You are not. I'm not. Not even Musk is. By the way, there was an interesting tweet from Elon Musk on Twitter in July 2020, and he posted a few numbers, like 50, 61, 68, 61, 50, 20, right? And it looks like he was predicting the Bitcoin price because afterwards we went to 68, 69,000 US dollars. And in accordance to this line of numbers he was posting, the low for Bitcoin should be 20,000. He was posting 20,000 before we reversed to the upside to 75 and above. Well, I made a little bit more research, and actually if you translate these numbers, it's a code and it just means like 2 words. So it is possible that he made both a prediction for Bitcoin and this encrypted message. It's also possible that he just wrote an encrypted message and was not related to the Bitcoin price at all. Just for people who think now we go to 20,000 because Elon predicted it. But if just everyone believes, maybe that's gonna be the case. Or maybe that's exactly why it's not gonna be the case, right? So, where do you think is the bottom? Someone is asking. So if you just joined this live stream, welcome to this channel. Go down below, press subscribe, press the bell, press on all. But more importantly, if you just joined this video, there is a red bar below. Take it and scroll all the way to the way back to the beginning, and then you can watch all the content from the beginning up until now. You didn't miss out. Watch the video from the beginning if you just joined recently. For everyone else, let me answer a few questions before I go back into the charts. Before I go back into Bitcoin. Where's the phone? Here, boom. Let me quickly unblock it. So Bitcoin really, this doesn't look like a bounce yet. So this is something I also want to tell you. I was predicting, yes, I know I had this one prediction which didn't really play out with the weekly low of 28,800. I was correct actually for a year, so I still want to give me a little bit of credits for it because we were bouncing at 28,800 multiple times and we closed like 60 weeks or so above it after my prediction. So want to give me some credits for it at least. Even though I was false prediction, yes, but I want to give me some credits for it. My next one is this line here, the 200-week moving average. And we are holding it. I want to tell you we didn't quite touch it yet, but we almost touched it here. Piece of art. Something you have to understand, I mentioned it before, but I want to make it very clear. This doesn't mean that we cannot wick below. We wicked below, in fact, the 200-week moving average. Also in March 2020, in November 2018, every time we went to it, we wicked below, but we closed above. So that means Bitcoin today, tomorrow, we can wick to 21, 20,000, 19,000 US dollars, which would be crazy, would be below the previous all-time high. We can get a bounce and still close above and perfectly hold this chart, right? This is something you have to understand. By the way, guys, we are getting more and more people watching here. This is truly humbling and I love it. Big respect to you. Thank you so much for your trust, for watching these videos. I truly appreciate it. Please smash up the like button. But the most important is, if you ever thought, how can I support, how can I do something good on YouTube for free? Go below, press the share button and share this video kindly on WhatsApp, Telegram, Twitter, wherever you want to share it. Whenever I see it, anywhere, Twitter or wherever, I'll give you a like. I truly appreciate it, but YouTube likes it. How it works is they see the links shared on social media, and that's in the internet called a backlink. And that gives fuel behind the YouTube algorithm. So if you share these videos and create these backlinks, you actually help the community grow and you help people find this content, get a little bit of positivity, get a little bit of confidence, because that's what people need right now. I see terrible, terrible messages, people losing money, losing their livelihood, or thinking Bitcoin is gonna go to zero, what's gonna happen to my savings? People need some confidence. They need a feeling of belonging. They need a community. And they need to understand that it's not over. This is something which has to happen. We have to shake out the weak hands. Right? People asking about VLaunch. VLaunch is going well, right? I mean, if you don't look at the price, we have projects in the lineup. We launched VLaunch 2.0, right? We are having some sick things coming up for VLaunch right now. The bear market is the time to build. The bear market is not to launch 2-3 projects a week. This is the time to build the foundation, and this is exactly what's happening right now. So this is beautiful. And if you go over to vlaunch.com, you will see that we have a beautiful new website, crazy design, new functionalities, gamification, DAO structure, pure decentralized democratization of this project. So, Elon Musk question mark. Talked about Elon Musk. If you are new to this video, please scroll all the way back to the beginning of the video and you will see all these things answered. So do we have some more questions? I learned so much in all the time with you and my books, etc. But also a lot because of Chris and Mo. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, really. I love to see these things. So what do we have here? Wise advice. Is he here? I didn't see him. So, any other questions? Guys, I just see people buying at 4,000 US dollars. Everyone is wrecked. Come on, ask some questions. Let's create value here. 4,000 likes. Crazy. Beautiful. Capitulation start. No, I wouldn't say so. But we are in the capitulation. I agree with that. But I don't think it's starting. We capitulated way earlier. But yeah, you are right. The last capitulation started basically tonight. So that's correct. I think this is the last capitulation. That's what I tweeted. If you go over to my Twitter at MMCrypto, at the time of the weekly close tonight, last night, midnight, I said, okay, we closed below. Didn't expect that. But now that we close below, I expect a crazy capitulation. And well, Bitcoin went from 28,000 all the way down to 22,500. That is a capitulation. Actually, I deposited more money on Bybit, and I have also some margin on Phemex, where I am going to open trades. After the video, I will put a limit order at 22,600, 22,700. I missed the last one. And then I will put them all the way down to 21, 20,500, 20,000, and even below 20,000 US dollars. One of them is going to hit it. But please keep in mind, trading is one thing. The most important thing is your hodling portfolio. My trading portfolio is only there to actually increase my hodling portfolio. Keep that in mind, guys. Trading is beautiful, but the biggest part should always be in a hodling portfolio. Someone is saying the RSI is the lowest ever. You mean the lowest ever on the weekly? Let me quickly go here. RSI. Let's talk about the RSI. Dear ladies and gentlemen, do we have the RSI here? Yes, we have it here. The lowest ever would surprise me, but it's definitely very low. Let me see. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. The weekly RSI is at 28. Woo! Woo! Guys, like I have the wrong chart pulled up, which just goes to 2015. The RSI is the lowest on the weekly, at least in the last 7 years. That is crazy. Yeah, because with this weekly open, of course, we got a new RSI calculation. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. Because of course, with Bitcoin maturing, with the market cap increasing, we should expect lower volatility percentage-wise after time, lower percentage gains and lower percentage losses. And that's what we are getting. But Bitcoin is at least as oversold as never before. But if you think about it, it makes sense. Of course, the percentage decline decreases because of a higher market cap, more maturity. But the investors, the holders, are getting more immature as the time passes, right? Of course, early adopters, the freaks, the geeks, the programmers, all the beautiful people who joined Bitcoin in the beginning are much more sophisticated investors, much more fundamentally strong investors than, for example, it's not demeaning, but like Gen Z investors, Robinhood investors, right? And these ones are more likely to sell, and that's why it makes sense that with lower volatility, Bitcoin can be more oversold. Thinking about it, right? USDT DPEG. Man, we get here things posted in. That is getting, honestly, this live stream is getting much more interesting than I expected it. USDT, let's see. USDT, USD. No, there is no DPEG happening. Honestly, the USDT FUD, and I was part of it in 2017, I don't think like that. They held it all, and I think recently there was a report where they proved, but correct me if I'm wrong, where they proved that they are backing their funds, that their funds are backed, their USDT is backed by more than 100%. As far as I remember, I can always be wrong. So there is no DPEG of USDT. We had last night a small dump down of 0.4%. No, USDT is stable still. USDT is stable, but if you want a safer option, maybe BUSD is safer, maybe USDC is safer, right? US Dollar Circle or Binance USD, right? The one is from completely audited company Coinbase. The other one is from Binance, right? One of the most valuable companies in the world with the craziest cash flow ever. So these ones are, of course, extremely, extremely safe compared to things like USDT, and especially compared to things like UST. But I'm myself holding USDT. It's just so adopted. And I think they are fine. I think they are fine. Wednesday and Powell. Oh, do we have some Fed meeting again on Wednesday or what? Here. Someone is saying, Chris, you were right at first with Celsius because I mentioned that Celsius will be forced for liquidation at 21,000 US dollars. And that was true, but they actually bought more Bitcoin to move the liquidation price to 18,400. And no matter if we have a good or bad relationship, I have to say Celsius, that was a smart move because 21,000 is very possible. 18,400, however, is... I don't think it's really likely. So that sounds good. I don't want them to be forced to liquidate 284 million US dollars on our heads. That would be not very nice. So good news. Good news. Chris, wasn't 22,000 always the targets when looking at the 200-week moving average and Bitcoin history? The answer is yes. I talked about it 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I am always honest, always cards on the table. I told you, I don't think this is going to happen. I told you, I think 28,800, my worst case scenario, is going to hold on the weekly close. But I said, if we break it, if we close below, then it's 22. And this is actually why I'm doing these videos, right? If I'm right, perfect. If I'm wrong, at least we know what's going to happen afterwards. And the simple fact that after closing below 28,800, us getting this crazy dump of 15%, immediately thereafter shows that 28,800 was the exact level to look out for. Fortunately, we didn't hold. Chris, you will be a legend that we will tell our grandchildren. Thank you so much for these lovely comments. It's crazy to get lovely comments while we are breaking down. I mean, you are losing money, I'm losing money, we are all losing money. If you are not like in a crazy short trade, you're losing money. And you're still able to share some love. That's beautiful. Oh, 35 minutes already. I will walk back slowly to my friends, because I think we are going to walk around. I'm gonna board another boat later, because I want to focus a little bit on Bitcoin content, on trading, without all the distraction of cars driving around and stuff. Let me walk back and you get some adventure. But please leave some questions here. Whoppa. This is the guys who own this boat. Cool people. Okay, let's walk back. Really beautiful here. So, any more questions, guys? Someone is asking about Solana. You know what? Honestly, now, if I make a video about my top 5 altcoins, it would get almost no views. And that's the best indication that now or soon might be good to look into altcoins. Because if you made a video about altcoins like a year ago, like people would have clicked the S out of it. Everyone would watch it, likes, shares, everything. The video would go viral. But that's the moment where I didn't really do it, because I don't want to do things when it's popular. I want to do things when it's for your benefit. The problem is sometimes it doesn't really work with the YouTube algorithm. But exactly right now we should talk about altcoins, right? I mean, many of them being down 95%, the total crypto market cap is below 1 trillion. So yes, soon I will upload a video with my selection of my top 5 altcoins. What I need for that? Oh, 4,444 likes. I make a screenshot. Too late. What I need for that is please 5,000 likes. If everyone presses the like button here, I get the signal and I will see that you want altcoin content in the time it's the least popular, which is probably the time where it's the most profitable. So, it's hard. This job is harder than you think. It's time-wise not so much, but it's so much energy, so much talking, so much condensed, like Solana, everyone talking about Solana. Think also about Elrond and some other competitors, right? But there's like, in these dips, there's crazy opportunities. Will Bitcoin go above 30,000 again? Yes. If there's someone out there who disagrees and who wants to bet, please come. I'm gonna bet with you. I bet. Soon. Have you been to Malta? Yes, 3 times, 2 or 3 times. Hello. Who is here? Crypto Mo.
Oh, what's up, guys? How are
this.
you?
Wow.
5,000 live viewers in these times. Shout out to every single one that is sticking around in these crazy times, guys. Use the market situation. These are the times where the people that are sticking around in crypto will profit the most in the upcoming bull run. So.
Yes, Crypto Mo, the one and only. All right. Any other questions, guys? What do you think about natural gas, oil, and commodities? And honestly, for me, too boring, too illiquid, and too manipulated. But yeah, of course, it's during these times, commodities are much better than stocks. Gold, silver, oil. Look at oil recently. Wow, crazy. We are close to the bottom. I agree, big times. I mean, let me show you. By the way, I made today a tweet that I am selling all my cars to buy Bitcoin. I have to correct. I will keep probably my Bentley GTC Mansouri. It's the cheapest car I have and I love it, right? And some materialism is okay, but I am going to sell, where is the Bitcoin price? I am going to sell my Zenna for 1.2 million, and I am going to sell my, maybe not immediately because I got a good deal. It would be not so nice to sell it immediately, but I am eventually going to sell the other Mercedes as well. But the McLaren Zenna for sure, 1.2 million US dollars now. It's like 50 Bitcoin. I bought it at the altcoin cycle high with altcoins. I can buy 10 times more altcoins with it or 2.5 times more Bitcoin with it almost. So that's definitely a good decision, in my opinion. I had a lot of fun with it. I drove it for free and I get 2.5 times more Bitcoin for it. So other questions? You know what, guys? Smash up the like button. Follow me over on Twitter where I'm going to update you more and more today. I will upload more videos, but now I have to go off because my friends are waiting over there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We are going to see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, as always,